Peace and positive vibes. The Mayans, they were correct. December 21st, 2020 is actually December 21st, 2012. Yes. Now, I know many persons out there would be saying, how is this even possible? What are you talking about? Yes. When Pope Gregory in 1582 AD subtracted 11 days from the Julian lunar calendar and created the Gregorian calendar, which was based upon the sun's orbit, they subtracted 11 days. And when you do the math, from 1582 to now, this will actually be the year 2012. All right, so December 21st, 2020 is actually December 21st, 2012. Do the research. So the Mayans, they were correct. See, you gotta understand something about television. As I always say in all of my videos, television is created to tell you a vision, and to tell you the vision that the elites want you to think. All right, see, this is the thing here. There's an ancient goddess called Medea. Some call it Medea. Medea is the cunning one, the one who was there to deceive you. Yes. Even when you look at the Medea series, you see the same thing. But anyway, this isn't about that. But the ancient goddess Medea is the one who deceives you. All right? Television is based on deception. It's there to tell you a vision. And why am I saying all of this? Let's look at Doomsday, the movie, 2012. It was based on 2012. And when we look at Doomsday, what we saw volcano eruptions, massive flooding, catastrophic rainfall, tidal waves, everything. And it was just this total destruction on the planet. And that was based on December 21st, 2012. Why? Because the Mayans predicted that the world would end on December 21st, 2012. As I said, the cunning one, Medea, Hollywood would make that, they turned that into some fairy tale event, so it will lead you into believing that, okay, all of our ancient ancestors was talking gibberish, basically. You know, they didn't know what they was talking about. Everyone keeps talking about the world is going to end, and when that day comes, nothing ever happens, right? That's what Doomsday the movie made you thought, because when December 21st, 2012 came, everyone was like, oh, the world's going to end at 12 a.m. on December 21st, 2012. I remember at that time too, I was thinking the same thing, because I was just getting into knowledge. You know, I used to watch a lot of Ancient Aliens, the TV series, and you know, they had a lot of ancient knowledge on that. But at the same time, it was Hollywood, and they only could tell you what they want you to believe, because they there to tell you a vision. You know, it wasn't until I went and do my own researches and went deeper into the knowledge, I became woke and realized that the Mayans was actually talking about astrology. It wasn't talking about no massive annihilation of volcanoes on the planet and flooding events and tidal waves and all this stuff. No, they wasn't talking about that. They wasn't talking about fairy tales. They was talking about astrological events that was going to take place on December 21st, 2012, which would be the end of the world, aka the end of an age. This is what they was talking about. The end of Pisces, which is the dreamer, the belief world of believing that someone is going to crack the skies and come and save you, when the only person who's going to save you is yourself. The savior is within you. Okay? God resides within you. All right? We are all playing out different ideas, aka lives, of the ethereal mind that we equate as God. All right? And the only savior that will save you out of this realm is your soul. You. Alright? You. You are God having an experience as yourself. Alright? We are all ideas being played out from the ethereal mind. As I always say too, we live in a micro, macro world. It's no different from yourself. See, we could look at ourselves and our bodies make our body makeup, and we could see the same event taking place. Just like the cells in your body, we have trillions of them. Each cell in your body contains your exact DNA, and each cell in your body is playing out a different lifestyle as you. What you think cancer is? Cancer is when one of your cells say, you know what, I'm just gonna go contrary to your DNA and do my own thing, and then it get other cells to do the same exact thing, and all of them go contrary to your DNA and bang, cancer. So I say that to say, the universe is the exact same thing. We are all the same exact DNA of this universe. Okay, hence the light within, which is everything is predicated upon light in this realm, in this 3D world. Everything is predicated upon light. And December 21st, 2012 is based on the Great Conjunction via Saturn, who is known in ancient Greek as Kronos, and Jupiter, who is known in ancient Greek as Zeus, will have a great conjunction. They will meet for the first time since the 1600s. All right, and the degree between them would be, I think, is like 0.1 degrees. So this is the closest since the 1600s, and this is the Great Awakening. This will usher in the age of Aquarius, and this is what the Mayans was talking about: the end of an age, the end of Pisces, the dreamer, the belief system, religion, believing that someone will crack the sky and come and save you. Now we going into the knowing, the all-knowing. This is why we in the age of information. All right, many are waking up. Many are not seeing the veil and seeing the truth. Many are seeing the truth, and they lead no wonders. You think they want you awakening? They want you under their bondage, their enslavement. And look around. That's why even from the beginning of 2020, I made a post. And on my post, I said that this would be the start of a new world. It's right there. It's right there on my Instagram. I said that this 2020 will be the start of a new world. Okay, let's let that go past. I said on my post in January, I think it was January the 4th, that 2020 will be the start of a new world. The elites don't want this. They don't want you awakening. This was before the pandemic when I post that. And what happened? We got the pandemic, this plandemic, and they had to usher in a pandemic. Fear. Keep you vibrating low, because this is the only thing that fear does. It keeps you vibrating low. So you wouldn't be able to manifest things because you're in this fear realm. You will manifest stuff, but you will manifest a lot of negativity in your life if you let mainstream media distract you. All right? And now we see with all the vaccines, we see the situation with that, and it's a lot of information behind that too, which I could enlighten you on, but on this platform I can't, because if I do, anything is contrary to what the mainstream media wants you to believe about this whole virus and pandemic, they will delete you because they want to silence the truth. You know, freedom of speech is basically being taken away in 2020. But you got to have 2020 vision. They try to take that away from you. All right, I done had a whole video deleted because I was exposed to the truth on this whole pandemic. All right, So they don't want the truth to get out. They want the narrative to be one thing. So this proves that demorphosis isn't real in this world, okay? The elites want you to think what they want you to think, all right? And this is where Medea comes in, aka Hollywood. Television, which tells you a vision, tells you how they want you to think, all right? But all that is going to be destroyed with this great awakening, this great conjunction, all right? Saturn represents the ruler of this earth plane, this 3D realm. This is why Saturn, aka Capricorn, is cardinal earth, okay? Saturn is the most magnetic one in this realm. This is why Saturn has the most rings. It's the Lord of the Rings, okay? It governs this earthly plane. And this is what the Greeks was talking about with Kronos, the father of this realm, all right? Zeus. Zeus is now the new successor, okay? After Zeus and his mother basically deceived Saturn and overthrown him, all right? This is all ancient Greek knowledge. But they was talking about astrological events. They was talking about astrology, okay? The Great Awakening is this great conjunction. And Jupiter represents the planet of expansion, okay? Wealth, okay? The Great Awakening. This is what Jupiter represents, okay? Saturn represents the structure, principles, okay? Saturn basically, in so much words, wanted this realm to be suppressed. Jupiter came and expand that idea, okay? Brought for expansion, great light. This is why Jupiter is the brightest star within our night sky, okay? It's expansion, and you are light, okay? A lot of persons would say, okay, those Kemetic people, they only worship the sun. First and foremost, I don't classify myself as Kemetic, okay? I'm a woke soul, okay? I'm spiritual. But if we want to give some logics, can your physical body survive without the sun? No. So let's be honest. You need that sun up there. I was having a discussion with one of my good friends the other day about that, and it was like, oh, don't get confused by the sun. In religion, they call it the Son of God for a reason, okay? It's the great idea that governs this earthly plane, okay? And everything in this physical plane is predicated upon that light. This is why your body is predicated upon light. This whole entire existence is predicated upon an illusion via light. You cannot live in this physical body without that light. All right? That's the closest chakra. The sun and the moon, they're the two nearest celestial bodies, aka chakras, to this earthly plane. Okay? But the massive awakening is here. December 21st, 2012. It's the great meeting. The meeting of the lords, aka the planets. They will be fully aligned. Okay? You will have Mercury and Capricorn, which is the domain of Saturn. And Mercury deals with communication. Okay? So it'll be that great communication via to the lords, aka the planets. You will have Saturn and Jupiter making that great conjunction in Aquarius, okay, which will usher in the age of Aquarius. You will have Pluto, which is the lord of death and transformation, aka rebirth, okay. Pluto would be in Capricorn, which is the domain of Saturn, okay. You'll have Venus. Venus would be in Sagittarius. Sagittarius represents freedom, okay. So Venus would be giving love to that new idea. All right. So the planets would be fully aligned. You will have Mars also in its rightful domain, which is Aquarius. Mars rules Aquarius. Okay. So the planets will be fully aligned to usher in this new age. Okay. So this meeting is taking place right now. December 21st, 2020, which is actually December 21st, 2012. So the Mayans were right. Okay? This is the age of awakening. This is a new world we're entering in. The elites don't want this because they want you to continue to serve them. So they need you to be dumbed down and brainwashed. Alright? Like I said, this is why we in a pandemic. 2020 was a pandemic. To take away your 2020 vision via seeing the veil and removing that veil. But now what they did, they try to put a new veil over your eyes. Keep you in fear. Alright? Take away all your dreams and your aspirations. Alright? You awakening to this knowledge. The age of information. Okay? We are entering into the age of I know. They don't want you to know. Alright? This is why we gotta now vaccinate. Continue to dumb you down. But this is the Great Conjunction. December 21st, 2012. Peace and positive vibes. You are limitless. This is the Great Awakening. This is the time of manifestation. What are your goals? What are your dreams? This is the time to bring that forth to light, because it's only going to get better now. What we got to remember is that the majority beats the minority any day. We got to remember that as souls, as the majority, as people. The elites who run this world is very small. We're talking about 1%. Remember that figure. The Great Awakening is here. You are limitless. Peace and positive vibes.